Hello world, I'm Colin and this is Paleo Bike. Today I just wanted to show you all how to refill your tires with Stan's tire sealant. If you've been into mountain biking in the last 10 or 12 years or so, you'll know that we made the momentous shift from running tubes in our tires to running them tubeless. And it's been a great benefit. I can remember back in the day running tubes and pinch flatting quite a bit, sometimes 2 or 3 times a ride, but since I have converted over to tubeless, I don't believe I've ever had a flat tire. I have broken the seal on the tire in a race and have burped air out of the tire, but never had a flat. And where I ride now, you can't see really close, but these tires are full of tiny little holes, and I can see where the sealant is leaking out, and they work every time. And I think it would have to be a pretty bad situation in order to get a real flat tire, and I'm sure it can happen. Maybe I don't ride enough, I don't know, but it's been a really great thing. So anyway, for today I just wanted to show you all how I refill my tires with Stan's sealant. Let me stop the video. I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see some of the tools that I have here at hand. So here are the basic tools that I use to refill my tires. I have an old bottle of Stan's that has maybe less than an ounce of sealant left in it, and I just purchased this new bottle. This is a 32-ounce bottle, so this should last a year or 2 years. I think if you read the label on the back, it says to fill it every 3 to 4 weeks with 2 ounces of fluid. In all honesty, I probably put an ounce to an ounce and a half in just to save some, and it lasts a long time. So it's pretty good stuff, and I certainly recommend it. This tool here is a Stan's valve core remover, and you use that on Presta valves. And then also for this round, I haven't bought these for a while, but a bag of new valve cores. I purchased these on eBay. I think there's, 20 count? So this should last quite a while too. And last but not least, I like to use the syringe style of putting Stan's fluid in your tires. Some folks will actually break the seal, the bead with the rim, and pour the fluid in that way. However, I don't know, I don't like to fire up my air compressor and try to get the bead to seep back in. I like to keep it intact. So all I do is I'll let the air out, and I will remove the valve core and fill the syringe and fill it up that way. So now I will show you how to do that. So the first step you want to do when replacing the fluid inside of your tire is obviously just to let the air out. So we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I won't remove the valve core just yet. Just, unscrew it and press down, and the air will slowly come out of your tire. How are we doing here? I'll go ahead and take the valve core out now. It might be a while here letting the air out of the tire. There we go. So you can see I used my Stan's tool there. I just popped it on there and unscrewed the valve core. And there's the old one. It came right out. And yeah, you can see it's a little bit weathered, a little bit ugly. So we'll put a brand new one in there when we get the Stan's sealant in there. So the next step will be to use or to shake up your Stan's sealant. It says to shake it pretty well, and since this is the old bottle, I want to make sure that I use all of this. Get all that goodie out, right? So before you put your sealant into the syringe, you want to remove the end. You can see mine's pretty dirty. I probably should buy a new one. It has been around for a while, and this Stan's is sticky. Once you get it dried on something, it's virtually impossible to get it off. I've tried many different methods to get it off of well, I tried to clean this up, but I just couldn't do it. I mean, it's sticky, and it really works. But anyway, that's my syringe. It is pretty dirty, a little ugly, but hey, it still works, so I'm just going to make it work. So you can see it has a measuring, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll tell you how many ounces that you have in the syringe right there on the side. So the top mark is 2 ounces. So like the bottle says, it wants you to put 2 ounces in there, but I usually go to 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces. And the other trick, instead of leaving the tube straight, I will push it down and put a kink into it just to hold the sealant. That's everything in that bottle. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, we're in luck, 1.5 ounces. So then I'll pop the end of the syringe on, lift it up, force it into my tire. That's the hard part. Next thing, you just unscrew your syringe. Get ourselves a new valve core. I like to go ahead and just drop it in there and put it in. And you don't have to make this extremely tight, just snug, and it works every time. And there you go. So now we're ready to pump the tire up. So the last step in filling up your tires with new sealant is obviously to put air in the tire. So pretty straightforward process. I have my trusty old floor pump. Undo the top of your Presta valve. Place the nozzle of the pump onto the valve. Tighten it and start pumping. With these tires being the way they are, I usually shoot for between 20 and 25 psi. Just depends on where I'll be riding. There we are. Tighten our valve back down. And lastly, this is the trick my friend showed me. It's good to just get the sealant bounced around inside the tire. And you can just take your wheel and spin it. Kind of fun. And there you go. And there you have it. If you shake it around a little bit, you can hear the stand sealant floating around in there, which is a good sign. And that's it. That's how you fill your tires up. This one's good to go. I have 2 bikes to do today, so 3 more wheels to go. I really appreciate your time today, and if you like what you see, please subscribe, and by next week I'll have a new video out for you. Thanks.